All right, thanks, guys. If you want to save yourself some time, my quick pick recap for this video is at the end of the video. Now, if you are running out of time or you really just don't care how I break down the games, you just want to hear what the picks are once again, just go ahead and fast forward. The picks for this program are at the end of the video. All right, we got ourselves a nice little short slate of NBA action. Happy New Year's to you. Hopefully you guys had a great night last night. Mine was pretty boring. I didn't do a whole lot. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into today's NBA action, beginning with the Orlando Magic taking on the Washington Wizards. That's going to be a 6 o'clock Eastern tip-off in the nation's capital. Now, the Magic are the 4.5-point favorite on the road, total at 219 and a hook. We saw movement downward on the total, but we haven't seen really a whole lot of movement with regard to the sides. Pretty good two-way action there. We saw movement up, down, back to the original number. So once again, Orlando open and remains minus 4.5. Total open 220, down to 219 and a hook. 57% are leaning Washington, 68% shaded toward the over. And right now, the Wizards are plus $1.60 on the money line. Now, Washington, as bad as they've been this year, they've been victorious in 2 out of their last 4. They also successfully covered the point spread in 4 out of their last 8. So they're not completely hapless. And if you've been backing them, well, you're not in the red as of late. I mean, they've covered a few point spreads here within the past couple of weeks. And they have successful covers recently over the likes of Miami, Toronto, and Detroit. Now, this Washington squad, I know they're banged up. A lot of guys on the bench. A lot of guys not even making it to the bench, injured. But Washington still ranks in the top 3 in scoring, top 5 in shooting the 3 ball. Bradley Beal, I know he's listed as day-to-day. Possible he should play tonight. He's listed as questionable. He's averaging 28 points a game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. And Isaiah Thomas, yeah, he's on the Washington squad as well. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 assists as well. Washington averages 116 points per contest. They also rank in the top 3 in road scoring. And they're shooting 39% from downtown on their home court. One more thing to add about Washington, they're averaging 119 points per contest in the nation's capital. Now, Orlando on the other side, losers of their last 2 straight. They've also dropped 5 out of their last 7 games. They rank dead last in scoring, bottom 3 in offensive field goal percentage. Really struggling the entire year to put points up on the board. They're really struggling away from home this year as well. They've had 16 games on the road. They've been victorious in just 4 of them. That's right. They've dropped 12 out of 16 games away from home. They're averaging just 102 points per contest. They also rank in the bottom 10 in defensive rebounding, bottom 3 in shooting the 3 ball on the road. Aaron Gordon is listed as questionable for this evening's action. Now, the Magic are 5-4 to the over in their last 9, ironically, as bad as they've been offensively. And they're 9-7 on the road, 9-7 to the over on the road this year as well. Meanwhile, Washington, 7 out of their last 9 got over the total as well. They are 20-12 to the over thus far on the season. I'm going to lean toward the home dog in this one. I'm also going to purchase the half a point, buy it up, and lean Washington plus 5. And the over 219.5 in that game. All right, next matchup. It is going to be Blazers taking on the Knicks. 7:30 Eastern tip-off in that game. The Blazers are the 4-point favorite, total at 224. We saw a half a point move toward Portland and movement upward on the total. The Blazers open 3.5 up to -4. Total open 223 up to 224. 62% are leaning Portland, 59% shaded toward the over. Right now, the New York Knicks are plus $1.50 on the money line. Now, if you're backing the Knicks in this spot here, I don't know if I could blame you. They're winners of their last 2 straight. They're 6-3 against the number in their last 9. Yeah, I think you see where I'm going with this. Yeah, I don't know. Brock's back in the Knicks again. Well, listen, they rank in the top 10 in offensive rebounding, top 10 in home defensive rebounding as well. Julius Randle, he's averaging 19 points a game, 9 rebounds. Marcus Morris, he's always been solid. 18 points a game, 6 rebounds for him. And RJ Barrett, 14 points a game, 5 rebounds for the Knicks. New York is 17-16 against the number overall for the year. So if you've been backing them, they're not crushing you. They're also looking at successful covers over the likes of Brooklyn and Denver within the past couple of weeks. Now, Portland on the other side, ice cold right now, right in the middle of a 4-game losing streak. Outright losses to the likes of Phoenix and New Orleans. Very bad losses there. They've also failed to cover the point spread in 7 out of their last 9. This Blazers squad ranks in the bottom 10 in points allowed, bottom 3 in defensive rebounding. They've also struggled on the road this year. 17 road games, just 6 victories. So once again, just 6-11 straight up on the road this year. 7-10 against the spread in those 17 games. They rank in the bottom 10 in points allowed on the road, bottom 3 in road defensive rebounding. They are allowing 115 points per contest away from home. Now, 10 out of Portland's last 17 on the road, ironically, did stay under the number. Meanwhile, the Knicks 11-5 to the under at home. I'm going to lean toward another home dog in this one. Give me the Knicks +4 and the under 224 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for New Year's Day here in the NBA. But before we dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium sports picks on that site, beginning at just $1.99 per month. And it's an incredible value for you if you are looking for premium picks, more information, and then you can check out my current record for free right now. Link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, next game, it is going to be Timberwolves taking on the Bucks, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Milwaukee. The Bucks are the 18-point favorite in this one. Total at 221.5. We saw a half-point move toward Milwaukee and movement downward on the total. The Bucks opened 17.5 up to -18. Total opened 223 down to 221 and a hook. 59% are leaning Bucks, 65% shaded toward the over. And right now, Minnesota's +1675 on the money line. And if you're back in Minnesota in this spot here, you might be nuts. They're just 2-8 straight up in their last 10. They also covered just 20% of their games in their last 10 as well. Teague, Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, and Layman, they're all listed as out for tonight's action. This Minnesota squad, they rank in the bottom 5 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 5 in points allowed, really struggling on both ends of the court. They're allowing 117 points per contest when traveling. They're just 12-20 straight up overall for the year. Now, Milwaukee on the other side, I think you're all aware of the story with them. First in scoring, first in offensive rebounding, 8-2 straight up in their last 10. They also covered the point spread 80% of the time in those last 10 as well. So these guys are getting it done in real life and against the number, certainly cashing in for their backers. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 13 points a game, 30 points a game, 13 rebounds, 6 assists on average for him. Chris Middleton, 19 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. And Eric Bledsoe, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists for the Bucks. Milwaukee's very good at home, virtually unbeatable. 16-2 straight up on their home court. 11-7 against the spread in those 18 games. A lot of those games, double-digit point spreads. Like I said, very impressive that these guys are doing so well against the number. You got to keep in mind, very, very high numbers when it comes to this Milwaukee squad, and they're still getting the job done against the spread. They're also first in defensive field goal percentage. They're allowing just 106 points per contest. Now, Milwaukee doing a lot of scoring. 2 out of their last 4 did get over the total. Minnesota 9-8 to the over when traveling. Of course, they're giving up a lot of points. So with all that said and done, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to lay the 18. Give me Milwaukee -18 and the over 221.5 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Suns taking on the Lakers. 10:30 Eastern tip-off in Los Angeles. The Lakers are the 11.5-point favorite, total at 226 and a hook. We saw a half a point move toward the Lakers and movement upward on the total. Los Angeles opened as the 11-point favorite, up to -11.5. Total open 226, up to 226 and a hook. 57% are leaning Lakers, 61% shaded toward the over. And right now, Phoenix is +570 on the money line. We've handicapped 3 games thus far. I picked 2 dogs, which is rare. You know, everybody considers me a square player. You know, see the glasses, the bald head, and the chalky leans. Well, guys, I might be leaning toward Phoenix in this spot here. They're 2-0 straight up in their last 2, 3-1 against the spread in their last 4. They rank in the top 10 in scoring. They are also 11th in the association in defensive rebounding. Devin Booker, he's having a great year. 25 points a game, 6 assists. Kelly Oubre, he's been on fire. 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. And yeah, Ricky Rubio, he's back in the mix, averaging 14 points a game, 9 rebounds. 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. Ricky Rubio averaging nearly double-digit assists thus far in the season. Now, Phoenix, top 10 in road scoring, top 10 in road defensive rebounding. They're 9-6 against the spread when traveling. They're also averaging 111 points per contest away from home. Now, the Lakers on the other side kind of struggling a little bit as of late. Losers in 4 out of their last 6. They also failed to cover the point spread in 6 out of their last 8, so really not getting the job done for their backers as of late. They rank in the bottom 5 in free throw percentage, pretty bad on the stripe. They also rank in the bottom 10 in shooting the 3 ball at home. Now, 2 out of the Lakers' last 4 did get over the number. Meanwhile, Phoenix is 5-1 the over in their last 6. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase a half a point, buy it up, and lean Phoenix plus 12 and the over 226.5 in that game. All right, guys, I'm going to slide into my quick pick recap. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We also had a nice 3-2 day yesterday in our premium picks on that website. Good for 60% on the day. I like Phoenix plus 12 over 226.5. Milwaukee minus 18 over 221 and a hook. New York Knicks plus 4 under 224. And last but certainly not least, I like Washington plus 5 and the over 219.5 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. If you commented on the show on the YouTube channel, chances are I have a shout-out for you here today. Shout out to Ori Wang, Lyrical Travesty, CQP Underboss, Charlotte P, Blacks Blazer, Josh Green, Naga in Cambodia. Naga coming in all the way from Cambodia. Shout out to Dominique Hughes, Beamer Ball 4420, David Gabri, TCGMD 2010. Shout out to Kurt Davis, Square 707 Steam PS4. Shout out to 88 Laron, Dom123, Sam Farley, Pete Patreon. Shout out to Raw Honey New Orleans, Rolex Demand, Vonsuelo Johnson, Otis Parker, Mark Rowe, Stephen Lewis, Tariq Johnson, Frankie Boy, Godbody J, Eric Tucker, Magnificent Boy, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to M&P Shield. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon, where once again we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We went 3-2 in our premium picks yesterday on that website. And the link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, now is the time in the program where we slide into our Spanish edition, also known as Edición en Español. Yo tengo Phoenix con puntos y las altas. Milwaukee menos 18 y las altas. Nueva York Knicks con puntos y los bajos. Y final Washington con puntos y las altas. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube on this New Year's Day. Happy New Year's. 2020 is finally here. We are in the 20s. And, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy New Year's Day to you. And I look forward to seeing you on patreon.com/BrockPage.